Well, now I gotta figure out where the heck the Terminator is. Didn't Aidyn say something about talking to me after the funeral? We'll go see if she has anything to say. But yeah, we're coming up on what's probably one of my least favorite parts of the game. There's just something coming up where I'm like, oh man, this kind of sucks. And we'll talk about it when we get there. But for now, we're gonna walk up and we're gonna find what Aidyn has to say, if she has anything to say. Is she gonna answer my questions about chaos because I stubbornly refuse to read the books? I mean, it's in character. Aileron's such a moron, he wouldn't read no books. He ain't gonna read no books. He'd stare at them and drool a little bit, but probably not read them. Hi, Godric. Bye, Godric. So now we need to find our way up the stairs. Up the stiddly stairs. Stairs are so awkward and slopes. You just kind of glitch your way around. Bit of loose physics kind of deal going on there. Oops, I didn't want to go up again. Ours on the first floor, I believe. Or was it on the second? No, it's on the first floor. The second floor, not the third. She's not here. Okay, I guess she lied. She wasn't going to talk to me. That's the confused guard who doesn't seem to realize that, hey, I have permission. And now we're done with Talywalk for now. So let's head on outwards. We got to find our way to Terminator, which if we check our map, Terminator is to the south. It's straight south. We gotta go east a little bit first, and then we head south. So we gotta head out of the city, back towards Guernia, until we find a split in the road that says south to Terminator, and then we go that ways. It's gonna be a wee bit of a walk. This is another one of those rather distressingly long walks ahead of us. So we're just gonna have to grin and bear it. Have you seen that spirit lately? You think it's following us? It seems determined to stick by you. What do you think it wants? I don't know. But that's how it is with spirits. They seem to know who we are and what we think even when we can't perceive the most obvious of their own characteristics. Maybe that's why we're afraid of them. Let's speak candidly for a moment, Aileron. Alright. In the Dried Forest, and now again in Talywalk, I've noticed the ladies put their confidence in you. You don't approve? In my experience, it will only confuse you. A lady's thoughts can be difficult to follow. But doesn't a knight honor a lady? Of course. You may carry a banner and swear yourself to a devotion. Talk is another matter. Is it good to devote yourself to someone you've never speak to? It may not be good, but it is a safe way of going about things. In the future, when ladies approach, please, do not talk. Well, I don't quite get what you mean. Stop talking in riddles, Abrakin. First Aidyn was talking in riddles, and now Abrakin is talking in riddles? How is poor Aileron supposed to keep anything straight? But yeah, at first I was like, oh, I gotta head back towards Guernia. It's like, no, it was south of Talywalk. South of Talywalk is the way we walk. And now we find more road conversations. Be better if all these conversations were better fit into the game. And it also kind of sucks that you kind of lock yourself out of seeing all the conversations because you pick one. They could leave it like it is, but have it be a bit more random. and have each conversation happen, and you just pick which one you have or something. And you just have each conversation randomly. That way you have all the conversations instead of you just have this conversation and you pick one of the three, and then that's the conversation you have. Because they can end pretty boring. That one wasn't great. It's applicant suggesting you stop being such a ladies' man. Not that I seem to be too much of a ladies' man. I mean, come on. Auron's just a big doofus. I mean, sounds like a Chaos Scout nearby. I can hear the footsteps. They're probably kind of hard for you to hear, but trust me, there's footsteps going on. I just gotta find... Ooh, hey, a treasure chest. Very dangerous trap. We gotta be careful about that, and we gotta save scum the heck out of it. 200 gold in the very dangerous trap. I could have gone for literally anything other than gold. Though I'm gonna need gold later. I don't know how much though. I gotta buy 4 very expensive things. I don't quite know how much they cost. But we will find out eventually. Is there a treasure chest up on the cliff? Ah, there's the scout. Scouts of Chaos. All 2 of them. Such an intimidating force. I'm gonna have to abandon my quest now. I mean, I can't deal with this. This is outrageous. Yes, I think I checked down there already last time. When I was coming through Port Said, I checked. Then I realized I was going towards Terminer and not where I wanted to go. Ugh, more bad guys. It would definitely be worth it to camp and get rid of the nighttime so that it can be daytime. Now I'll fight the Wolof. The Wolof and his buddies are going to get fought by me. But yeah, it would be nice if they could work all those conversations into a bit more random, so you don't have a choice which one pops up, but at the same time also making sure that you actually get to see them all. Because all the conversations that I've had, I can't go back and I can't look at what the other choices were. Just kind of stuck with what I picked. Some of them were pretty lame. Maybe there were better conversations going on, but I couldn't see it because, hey, you only get to pick one. It's always frustrating. It would be great if there was a way for you not to miss conversations like that. Oh, for a second there I thought there were more bad guys. Aileron? Oh, it's you. Long day? It was, but that can't be helped. How much further to the terminal? I'm not sure. Why do you ask? Curiosity. I went to find out about her. The Queen, I mean. Don't you want to hear more about Boadicea? Boadicea? She died before we ever knew her. But she was the last queen, and Phelan must have loved her. What makes you say that? Isn't it obvious? The way he took you in right afterwards, as if he were trying to make up for something? And he never remarried. I never thought of it that way. It's a great love story, I'm sure. What do you think of Phelan? I think he's lonely without her. Wouldn't you be? Little bit of exposition there. Learning about the Queen Boadicea. The reason why she's asking is because Boadicea is from Terminor. I don't know if that was ever actually explicitly stated up to this point, but that's how it be. That's the truth of the matter. She was from Terminor, and so she married Phelan, and she became Queen of Guernia. I was watching you before. You cast well. Do I? How well? Very well. You should begin your training quickly. Very quickly. How did you begin? Oh, the usual. Fireballs, tokens, scapulas. Scapulars? There's something new. A long, narrow piece of cloth about the width of your shoulders. There's an opening in the center so it can be slipped over your head. Then it hangs an equal length on your right and left side. Over your tunic and under your belt. Can they help Neeson? No, but they can protect others. Their magic can be very powerful. By the way, I've noticed you attract a starlight. When was this? You do it all the time. Last night, for instance, you moved a sack from one side of the camp to the other. Did you see it glow for a moment when you set it down? That was the sack glowing, not me. But you drew the stardust in the air. After your touch, the particles of the planets were drawn to the sack and stayed there in a sort of glimmer. It doesn't last long. I only know the naming magics. How did you do that? It just happens. Well, it doesn't just happen for me. I'm no good at all with the stars. I think Pandara was right. You may be a wildling after all. Why would Pandara lie? She wouldn't lie, would she? Or would she? Maybe it was all a lie. Maybe I'm just trapped in a bed, feverish from poison, and none of this has actually happened. Oh hey, a direwolf. Oh hey, scorpions. Oh hey, the wildlife's out to get me. Well, now I'm out to get the wildlife. You can't throw little scorpions at me after I just got off an island filled with the giant scorpions. That's just silly. Should have been normal-sized scorpions, aka the large scorpions, and then now I fight the giant scorpions, so that I'd be properly scared of their presence. But instead, you've ruined everything. Oh well. Balance your game better. Jeez. No, gotta wait for the other two to show up. They always pop in two different places, so I'll have Abrakan run over the other side, and then I will teleport over here. Poof. So useful. And now they have arrived, and they're both popped up here. Sometimes they pop up in a different place, but you never know. So you gotta be careful when splitting your forces. And that's why arrows are nice. You can just pew pew. I like how the flame tongue throwing weapon has the same range as the great bows. Now we stab this last scorpion and we can get back to our job. 6,000 experience and some chitin plates. You gotta be chitting me. Oh, was that not polite? Oh, I probably shouldn't have said that. Disarm. Just money. I can't believe this. Oh, hey, what's that? That looks interesting. Let's go take a look at over there. Let's go take a look at over there. There could be an adventure waiting to be happening. We do like adventures, don't we? Yeah, I like this game, but it does need a little. It needs a little something. It needs a little something to help tie everything together. You know, I think the party needs to interact with each other more, because they interact with Alron, and that's fine, but they don't really interact with each other. Like, we need some sniping between Abrakan and Brenna. Just have them sniping at each other, and Brenna's like, hey, why don't you teach me how to fight, you big armored tin can? And he's like, I'm not gonna teach you how to fight. Maybe she kicks him in the butt. You know, that kind of thing. But it doesn't have that kind of thing because they can't. Because they didn't want to put out all the effort that would be required to get that up and running because of the variable party makeup. Because you might not have Brenna and Abrakan in the same party. And it would be really weird to have that running. The Cyclops begins his actions, which is to throw his crappy hurl stars. Well, they're not crappy. They have pretty decent damage. I want to kill this human bandit though, but he's being slippery. He dodged Rita. I gotta focus on Rita's pure physical abilities while I focus on Aileron's magic. Aileron and Brenna's magic. Eventually, I'll just completely drop the throwing weapons. Because you probably noticed that missiles and throwing weapons, they don't do a lot of damage. They're great for lightly armored enemies who are at a distance, but they're terrible for big tough enemies who have lots of armor. Because you run around dealing a grand total of 1 damage. Congratulations! But eventually I'll just replace that using ranged weapons with just straight up using magic. Ooh, let's see if she can finish that guy off. Come on, finish him off. Finish him off! Yeah, there you go. See, these guys are good. They don't got armor, so... You can rip them to shreds with a throwing weapon. But zombies? We're getting close to the part of the game where we're gonna be dealing with a lot of zombies. And they take a bit more than a few throwing knives to take down. So I got to get them focus on their spells. While she focuses on her, well, Rita focuses on her melee. Let's see what we can get with our experience now. Let's see. I want to level up his wizard, but it might be better to wait till I get... I don't know. He does need more wizard because I'm hoping for that second teleport scroll. And so he's going to need level 8 wizard. So I'll probably save up for that. Brenna can focus on... What's she going to focus on? She can focus on leveling up her actual spells. Powering up her fireball. She's also going to need... Her strength is max, but she needs warrior. Greater warrior and thief. Because it improves your hit chance and increases damage from behind. Which is a good thing to have. That's why Rita is so good. She's better than Abrakan. Because she can wear everything Abrakan can. And she also has thief, so she can backstab. Abrakan is kind of lackluster in the end game because he lacks thief. He just doesn't have that extra oomph. And he, of course, can't use any magic. If Keelan could use shields, I'd definitely trade her out for Abrakan. But sad me. Can't do that. You know, one of these days I'm going to have to do a playthrough with a completely different party, just cuz. Just go through with Godric, Keelan, maybe... What was the big dumb guy's name? I forget. That guy. There's nothing wrong with him, it's just I like this party a little too much. Unfortunately, you gotta be careful because you cannot get rid of Brenna. She literally will not leave your party. There's no way to get her out of your party except by killing her. And that's a bit drastic just because you want to flirt with the green hair, just because you wanted to flirt with the redhead in the green dress. So, yeah. I mean, they put her on the cover. What else am I supposed to do? I mean, I guess I could drop Abrakan. He's the only party member. Just another reason why he's the best is because he's the most reliable in the beginning, and because when he leaves the party, you can get him back. Some characters, when they leave, they disappear forever, and they can't get them back. They just drop off the face of the world for some reason. And they're just never around. Wow, that's a lot of bats. That is a lot of bats. I'll hit them off with the pass. And by at the pass, I mean sword in their face. We're gonna have to fireball some of this. but only some, because my fireball ring is not big enough to hit all of them. Probably. Yeah, that'll have to do. Brenna's probably big enough. I think she's got a higher level fireball. That's one bat down, and down goes another. See, they're not hard. They're weak against fireballs. It's just there's a lot of them. But yeah, let's think about improvements that the game would need. Well, first things first, it need better crafting, because the crafting's kind of not great. Because, in case you hadn't noticed, some of the best items, you just kind of just get them. You can just get them. Just go up, get some dragon leather, go buy some dragon leather, bam. Everybody's wearing dragon leather, and then you just start collecting chaos robes. So, downgrade how overwhelmingly good the best stuff is. And then just, you know, upgrade the stuff that you can make, so that it's not quite so glaringly bad. Because trust me, all the stuff you can craft is no good. It's not great. Teleport to make sure we are in range. Although bats tend to be so weak, I could probably just pick them all off with ranged attacks. Pew pew. You'd need the ability to swap party members at will without losing everything they have. That would be great. You'd need to redistribute some of the stats so that agility is not just so overwhelmingly important that the game is unplayable when you don't have any. Because if you try going through without much agility, you're going to get yourself killed. You're going to die a lot. So de-emphasize the importance of agility. Maybe make a few other stats semi-important. That'd be good. Maybe add a few more variables to the combat, like terrain, like height and distance for ranged attacks. You know, it'd be nice if different weapons had different quote-unquote sweet spots. So that if you were too far away or too close, your ranged attack wouldn't be as good. But if you were in just the right spot, you do maximum damage. And of course, make that clear. There's nothing worse than there existing that kind of thing, a sweet spot for your ranged attacks, and then there's no real indication of what that actually is. It's kind of dumb that Abrakan gets stealth, but he doesn't get thief. Like, how is Big Armored Man going to sneak? But his warrior's at max, so it doesn't matter. He's max warrior. Yeah. He's gonna need a lot of experience in order to get his wizard up. It's gonna be a while. Now, which way was I going? I was going up here. Because this looks like there'd be a thing. Yep, there was a thing. I knew there would be a thing. Lockpicked and Jundar leather obtained. This is very similar to dragon leather. In fact, it's just better dragon leather. Stealth plus 15. That seems kind of... I don't know, kind of overkill. As far, like, why would they make something that's stealth plus 15 if you can't really go over... Well, I guess it would make sense if, and only if, there was other pieces of equipment that reduced your stealth. So if you're wearing a shield that reduced your stealth by 5, you could equip Jundar leather and that would negate the penalty. See, I'm still not 100% sure if skills can go over 10. or if stats can go over their level up maximum. For example, everybody's got 30 agility. If I cast agility and buff everyone's agility, does everyone go over 30 agility? I don't know. And I can't find out because there's no indication whether or not it's happening or not. One direwolf is not exactly difficult. What's down on this little side path? There's a lot of side paths and little deedly bobs that promise great loot and end up being 50 gold. I could do without, you know? Just give me the real cash. That being said, I'm pretty sure there's something very dangerous around here somewhere. I remember... No, not you. I'm not talking about you. There's somebody else. Oh, come on. Lizard men! Oh no! Go watch myself. Don't want to get hurt by the lizard man. Eef. Don't want to risk him killing her. He might still kill her anyway. Oh, they got ranged attacks. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Please don't hit. Please don't hit. Please don't hit. Stay unhit until I can fireball. Who wants roast lizard? There we go, that's one down. I've got to get rid of some health before she dies, but I also need to get rid of that Stormer before he storms Rita to death. Aileron will fireball, although he's getting low on health. He needs constant tending. Now we wait for the reinforcements. Pop a curing potion. I got plenty. I don't need to worry about them. Don't need to save them. Maybe I should spend some points on Rita's survivability so that she doesn't die so quickly. Abrakan begins being his turn, and then nothing happens because at this point it will be dead long before he reaches over here. Rita doesn't have that problem because she has teleport and can just teleport over to the bad guys, which does put her in a disadvantage if she tries to teleport into the middle of a huge group of bad guys, but we'll just make sure not to do that. Lizard Man Sergeant. I didn't notice these guys were sergeants. Lizard Man Sergeant, fleas. I didn't know lizards could get fleas. Are they sergeant fleas since this is a Lizard Man Sergeant? Nah. That'd be just silly. Just your ordinary average javelin. Oh, more bad guys. Oh, no. How would you like to travel to the desert? How would you get there? Through Termina? Through Termina? I'd rather give my armor to the trolls. We might learn something, though. About what? Sarcasm? Contempt? Maybe about the Queen. You know about her? I know she was beautiful. She was. I remember her from my childhood. That's where all Phelan's troubles began. Over Boadicea? Not over her, but surrounding her. When she died, there were a lot of bad feelings. Things were said. The Termina Royals have nothing but suspicion where we're concerned. It's still the shortest route. I'll leave it to you, and maybe we can impress them favorably. I'm not saying we can't. I've just heard so many stories. I'll leave it to you.